Hey there, YouTube. We're back back with another video. Tonight we're gonna be finishing up polishing the brass on the Hawken rifle. Then we're gonna try to touch up a couple of the rust spots on the lock, and then touch up the bluing on the barrel. Okay, so let's get started. Uh, yeah, show you this. You can't really see them, but there's just a couple little light rust spots that's on the hammer, which I've already kind of took a little screwdriver and scraped them. We'll see what happens with the little polishing wheel. See if we can't. You know what? Those are so light and hard to see. I may not mess with them. Uh, the bluing and or the case hardening. Well, it's fake case hardening, but it's still on this part of the pen, but it's gone on this part of the pen. So, by the way, I pre-loosened that before we started the video. That's why it's so loose. Then the only brass that's left to polish are these two. I think they're called ferrules for the ramrod, I believe. If I've got that wrong, well, somebody will correct me in the comments, I'm sure. Uh, I don't have any glue right here to keep this orange bead for the sight from sliding around, which I'll get it glued, but you probably won't see it. As for the brass, I polished it up and it's already starting to tarnish again, but it's got that weird, that in some spots it had, well, it probably all originally had a coating on it. Some spots that coating had peeled away, and then what was left had little black spots all over it. And I might could have took some soap and water and washed them off, but I just went ahead and took some 500 grit paper and rubbed it off. And again, the patch box is starting to tarnish right back up too, and I polished it maybe 2 nights ago. And the butt plate's been polished, which you see it's tarnishing up again already. This nose cap, it's actually seeming to hold its polish better than this, but it is still tarnishing. And then, see, there's some spots here on the barrel. I did that when I used the vinegar to get the rust out of the barrel. I got a little sloppy with it, and it took the bluing off of it, and it right here on the end of the barrel it took it off too. But we got Birchwood Casey Super Blue for that. Now, I've heard people say that this didn't really protect from rust that well. That's not been the case for me. I did that Kentucky rifle in there, I guess it's been 2 years now, maybe a little bit more ago. Well, I'm gonna say about 2 years, because I'm not scrolling through all those videos to just see how long it's been since I uploaded it. But anyway, and there's no rust on that gun. There just ain't. So, that's that. Alright, and then to polish the brass, we're going to use Eagle One Never Dull. It's I've already used this stuff a lot. When I use up a piece, I don't throw it away. I just toss it back in the can. But and I've had this stuff for quite some time. It's just cotton, and it'll make your brass doody 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 doo. It'll shine your brass back to a mirror finish if it was ever smooth enough to be a mirror finish to begin with. And you see in just that little bit of time it's already turned black. And I'll show you how to make it. Sorry YouTube, I didn't think to grab the napkin. I think I grabbed everything else I needed for this video except that. Then you see. And you'll keep rubbing until your napkin comes out clean. I'm not sure if y'all going to be able to see much difference in that brass there in just that amount of time, that amount of polishing, but yeah. It's there. I keep seeing reflections from something up there on it, and I think it's tarnish left on it. Okay, I don't know how much of, I don't believe that I'm allowed to show y'all disassembly or reassembly on YouTube. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut the camera, and when we come back, everything will be disassembled. You know, I mean, these things really are so simple to take apart and put back together that it's so simple a monkey could do it. I'm sure Michelle will get a good chuckle out of that. She calls me monkey. I don't know why. And well, I honestly I don't care why. Why we have so much fun with the cat and monkey stick that we do, that you know it's fun. But anyway, it's so easy a monkey could do it. But in reality, it really is so simple that it's self-explanatory. Okay, so when we come back, it'll be all took apart. Well, for right now, we don't need to actually fully disassemble the gun. We just need to remove the barrel, so that's all we did. Let's polish that brass up, YouTube. Let me just take those ferrules off. Okay, the ferrules are off. I think for the first one, I'm just gonna go ahead and show y'all me polishing it in real time, so you get a general idea of how long it really takes. And the second one, I'll just cut the camera off because it will just be more of the same. Okay, let's get started. This is getting old stuff. It's getting mighty old, mighty fast, YouTube. One thing they didn't tell me about getting old is you sure do fart a lot. I guarantee you I pass gas now at least 20 times a day. And it ain't just little quiet ones. They're loud and boisterous. Yeah, that's it. It's like I can just think about eating something and get a belly full of gas. Not sure what causes all that, but that piece feels a little, yeah. That piece feels a little dry, but we'll see what it actually does. It's got oil or something on it. Well, it seems to be doing something. That guy Ethan, Ethan, on the I Love Muzzleloading channel. These little things right here on this ferrule, he calls them the wedding bands. And when he put one of these together, he actually went and made these things a little deeper. Yeah, whatever. But yeah, I don't know that I'm gonna be watching much more of that channel because I posted asked a couple of questions on that channel, and those guys don't answer. I waited, I think it took 2 days before somebody else happened along on that video and answered my question, which the question was something to the effect of is 80 grains of Hodgson 2F, or I believe, yeah, 777, is 80 grains of 777, with a 250 grain power belt aerolite bullet. So was that a sufficient load for deer? And yeah, the guy seemed to think that it was. So anyway, those guys, they I can't stand that somebody to want you to watch their videos and then go to their website. I don't know how he's connected to muzzleloaders.com, but watch my videos, buy on my website. But when you got a question, I'm not gonna try to answer it. If you're gonna be on YouTube, shouldn't part of your business model be to answer people's questions? I don't even own a business, and everybody that comes along on my channel asking a question, I answer them. I mean, there's some things I realize that you wouldn't answer for different legal reasons, but because you wouldn't answer certain questions for because it could be construed as implying a warranty or something. But anyway, just a question like that, I couldn't see where there'd be any harm in it and answering it. But yeah. Now these weren't real terribly tarnished, YouTube. I mean, they were starting to look a little dark, but anyway. Well, let's polish this one up so you can get the full effect of it. I don't know what the liquid is that they bought this cotton down with, but if you could buy just the liquid, that would be really nice. But yeah, you can't just buy that, so, or at least not that I'm aware of. I know some people's gonna tell me use Brasso, Brasso has an abrasive in it, and this is something that you wouldn't want to unnecessarily scratch. You know, especially since it was already previously polished to a mirror finish. Let's see. I figure by deer season, this will be slightly tarnished a little bit, and it won't be as shiny. But not well. I guess y'all can see a little bit of difference. Okay, I'm gonna cut the camera, polish up the other one, and then we'll move on to the barrel. Alright, YouTube. Both ferrules are polished now. They kind of look like little gold batteries. Alright, hold on. I bought this little rotary tool quite a while back. I don't actually remember what I bought it for, YouTube. But it's one of those tools, you don't need it until you actually need it. Then it's, well, a lifesaver. Let's take care of some of this rust. This is like a little locking button that'll lock the thing down, the collet down, so you can, you know, change bits or whatnot. This is the power button, and more than one time it's I've gotten them mixed up and the thing be running, and I'll hit that dang lock button and lock it down, and it'll make a terrible noise. Doesn't seem to have hurt it any though, and it's also variable speed. This is the Harbor Freight Bauer brand. Thing will turn some RPMs, but just for what we're doing, I think the lowest setting will be just what we need. Wow, it's taking it off right easy like. I didn't know it was gonna be that easy. Yeah, there's quite a bit of rust back here. Did you hear it make a weird noise, YouTube? That was me bumping that little button. Okay, YouTube, this is going to take a while. So, I'm going to go ahead and cut the camera while I do this, and then I'll show y'all the result when we're done. Okay, we'll put y'all to sleep real quick. When you wake up, it'll be time to put some bluing on. Okay, YouTube, let's get this barrel washed, and then we can put some bluing on it. All the little rust spots, they were all really superficial rust. It cleaned up fine. I got one of these stupid sink plugger upper things that, yeah, I don't like it very much. Okay, I think it's holding water. I like the old kind much better. Well, they don't seem as complicated to use. I want to just make sure we make a sopping wet mess while we do this, YouTube. Okay. By the way, this water is warm, YouTube. Okay. Let me go get something to dry this off with, YouTube. Okay, we're back, YouTube. Okay. Wow. Just actually washing it made the blue and shiny on it again. Huh. Yeah. We're fixing to make it real shiny. Alright. Hold on there, YouTube. Let y'all see some of the spots on it now. Well, you can only see them in the reflection, but they're there, and you're just gonna have to take my word on it. Alright, let's get the bluing process started. When I blued the Kentucky long rifle barrel, I didn't take the washing it and getting all the oil and grease stuff off of it very seriously. So I just wiped it down, thought I had it clean. It looked like, you've seen water bead up on a freshly waxed surface. That's kind of what it looked like. And I was like, but I just washed it off and done it again, and it covered them up. You literally cannot see them. So anyway, if you make a mistake and get a fingerprint on it and it shows, just wash the area and re-blue it and you're good. By the way, they make some of this kind of stuff to darken up brass, and this stuff will darken brass as well. So, now you know. I'm gonna try it on these hidden spots right here first that are hidden, inside the stock. Oh wow. You can still see them, but they're not really, it's hiding them good.